Our camera lens trained on one man in imperious form and the leading marksman in the league. Can he add to his total today on EA TV? Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback Lee Dixon. And it's all about action from MLS. It's Real Salt Lake and they take on the Montreal Impact.
Hi Derek, thank you. Well, both managers will be reminding their players how important it is to start off the game really quickly. Really attack the opposition, put them on the back foot, see what comes of that. Hopefully we get a good game.
Well, as you can see, the visitors come into this game full of confidence in front of goal. The best attack in the league statistically.
Well, Derek, fans want to see goals. We all want to see goals, and this lot rarely let us down. They're prolific. Ian Wright would have scored an absolute hatful in this team.
The lineup then for the hosts. Pretty well balanced this formation, Lee.
Yeah, it can be a 4-2-3-1 in the offensive mode, but it can also go back to a 4-5-1 when you're defending. The lone striker will be supported by the three just behind him, especially the number 10 who will be given a free role.
This is the lineup for the visitors today. It does rather look as though it's going to be a battle of the 4-5-1 formations in this game. Similar setups, Lee.
Well, it looks lovely in the graphic, doesn't it? There's players everywhere. They have got the freedom to roam around the pitch how they see fit. There is some structure to it, but that lone striker up front needs support, not only around him, but from wide areas too. The supply line will come from the wide midfield players and maybe the overlapping fullbacks.
Can they trouble the opposition this time? And disappointingly, he got completely underneath that.
Well, here's a coaching tip. Long-range shot, lean back equals over the bar.
I always listen to your coaching tips, Lee. Hollis. And in the perfect position to read it. And giving the ball away. Bad pass. Kosuke Ota. Takahagi. Can they convert? There it is! A delightful start to this match. Just what they were hoping for.
Well, we can see it again here. What a lovely, inviting cross into the danger area that was. But you have to say he makes the most of the time and space afforded to him. It's a lovely finish. Well, he's delighted, isn't he? We can see that. Calm is needed now just to consolidate this lead. Cool heads.
The opening goal of the game then. Takahagi. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. And he might be through here. Will he? In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion and looking very comfortable here.
Well, here it is again, and I wonder how he waltzes past the defender so easily. And sometimes, with all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines, but he composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully.
So 2-0 now. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Well, they were possessing the ball well, but now they've lost it. Wanyama. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. Yojiro Takahagi. He has time to play it over. Could be. But he did his job defensively. And the defender takes care of business. Read it superbly to take back possession. Piazzi. Ota. Can he put it away? Oh, really commanding goalkeeping. Corner kick forthcoming. And firing it into the area. Gives it a go. Well, just a whisker wide of the post. Not a bad effort at all. And he's broken free. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
Well, here it is again. He does so well to slip past his man, left him stranded, and then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish. Well, his players have followed his every command and some. The coach must be delighted.
Three goals without reply. Everton Luis. Rusnak. He's in behind. Oh, what an opportunity. It's been squandered.
Well, you dream of 1v1s as players. He's had one and he's squandered it big time.
Well, that's really, in the opinion of the referee, that is a penalty. Well, he could have caused trouble for himself with that challenge, Lee.
Well, he's got to go for me. Letter of law says it's a sending off offence, but I'm not sure what the ref's going to do.
And the penalty is converted. I don't think anyone really questioned him.
Well, here's the replay, and it's almost a perfect penalty. The keeper's guessed right, but it's tucked far into the corner and virtually impossible to save. A top penalty.
No shortage of goals. In this match, 3-1. Can he put it away? And a goal! Wonderful stuff as they accelerate away from the opposition.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a decent move to evade the defender. And once he gets himself settled with the keeper to beat, he hammers it into the back of the net. Smashing goal.
Blistering first half display, and just look at that score. Kosuke Ota.
The visitors' possession stats are brilliant, and all...
It's there for him. Oh, that is a majestic goal! Volleyed home with precision and style. Superbly done.
Well, here we can see, Derek, from this better angle, it's all about the technique. When you're volleying a ball, it's all about timing. Let it get to the right place for your foot to make the connection, and there you go, in the back of the net. Well, no wonder he's delighted. They've been bossing this game up to now.
Well, as they restart the game, it's fair to say the gulf in quality between the two sides has been huge.
Russell tiebreak.
Jakite. And that was a very fine read. Bruznak losing possession. And the counter looks on here. Options available. All hands on deck. Oh, is he going to be punished here? That's a useful cross. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the ball to come down, and he's very, very unlucky.
Jakite. An attack full of promise. Really getting stuck in. There to win it back. Piatti. Hollis. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 3 extra minutes. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
Well, I do just love goals like this. On the breakaway, they soak up the pressure. You have to be organised when you haven't got the ball to break into the positions when you get the ball and hit the team on the counter-attack. And it's a clinical finish at the end of it as well.
Damir Krejler. Hollis. So that is that. The first 45 minutes have come and gone, and it's the visitors on top, Lee.
Well, we know how good their scoring record is, and it's the same story today. Far too strong, far too dynamic for their opponents, and clinical when they've had their chances. This could turn into a rout. More goals to come, I think.
Kosuke Ota. Takahagi. Can they convert? There it is. A delightful start to this match. Just what they were hoping for. They might be through here. Will he? Underway in the second half. And after such a lopsided first 45 minutes, is it possible to think they could turn this around? And they have possession again. Well, an easy one to cut out, really. Hollis. Possession given away, unfortunately. And he was in the right place to intercept. Well, you've got to... Might be a chance here. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance.
Well, Derek, I almost can't watch the replay. It's so bad. Rule number one, if in doubt, clear your lines. Faffing about with it in your own defensive third. Never won any medals. Terrible play.
Well, we're underway again, and this game was finished as a contest a long time ago. Everton Luis. So it's going to be a goal kick here. Big news on the transfer front. Thomas Müller has completed his move to Real Madrid league. And he's through here. Still a chance. And a goal! There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And sometimes, with all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines, but he composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully.
Rusnak. Damir Krejla. On and on he goes. A real opening now. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, I can tell you, Derek, when I got into this position, it was panic stations. Hit it as hard as you can. But that's a lovely, lovely controlled finish. In step, in the goal.
And with play stopped, they will make the change now. On the ball. He's in here. And this time it's in. Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a decent move to evade the defender. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him, gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish.
Jakite. Now, let's see what they can do here. Crossed into the penalty area. Not a poor ball, and easy for the keeper. Well, this is the home of live football, and we have more MLS action coming your way. Oh, in with a chance! Well, it was never going to worry the keeper.
Well, no wonder he's looking a little bit sheepishly at his teammates. Head in a hand sort of moment.
Attention, Jonathan Hayes. That's Jonathan Hayes. Please meet your daughter at guest relations. Thank you.
Not a fantastic piece of defending, and he might be through here. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, this is worth another look, Derek. Lovely movement and guile to easily evade the defender, and he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
The ball rolling again in what has been an utterly one-sided match. MLS action on EA TV. It's the Montreal Impact, and they take on Toronto FC.
Yeah, Derek, should be a great atmosphere there. It's one I would be tuning in for if I wasn't there with you.
He's in with a chance. Oh, that was a terrific stop in a 1-versus-1 situation.